Rolex versus Cartier. Which luxury watch truly keeps its value? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling one of the biggest debates in the world of watches, Rolex versus Cartier. When it comes to luxury timepieces, which one actually holds its value better? Both brands are legendary, but they sit in very different corners of the luxury world. Rolex is seen as the undisputed king of sport and tool watches, while Cartier is celebrated as the ultimate designer of elegant, jewelry-inspired timepieces. But the real question is, which of these icons protects your money if you ever decide to sell or trade? We'll break this down into key categories: history, design, movements, popularity, resale value, and the emotional factor, then wrap it all up with a verdict. 1. Prestige and heritage. First, let's rewind to where it all began. Rolex, established in 1905 by Hans Wilsdorf, built its reputation on durability, innovation, and professional-grade performance. This is the brand behind the first waterproof wristwatch, the Oyster case, the perpetual automatic movement, and iconic tool watches tested in extreme environments. A Rolex isn't just a watch. It's a symbol of achievement and reliability. Cartier, founded way back in 1847 in Paris, started life as a jewelry house for Europe's elite before stepping into watchmaking. In 1904, Louis Cartier created the Santos for aviator Alberto Santos Dumont, one of the first wristwatches made specifically for men. Cartier has always emphasized artistry, luxury, and elegance. A Cartier watch isn't about raw performance. It's about sophistication, style, and social standing. So while Rolex represents rugged prestige, Cartier represents refined legacy. Both have heritage, but they tell very different stories. Next, let's talk about design. Rolex is famous for functional aesthetics. The Submariner looks like a dive watch. The Daytona looks like a racing chronograph. Every model is built with a purpose first. The designs evolve slowly, almost conservatively, which is why a Rolex from 30 years ago still looks modern today. It's classic, subtle, and engineered for longevity. Cartier, on the other hand, is design first. The Tank, Santos, and Balloon Blue are true style icons. They've graced the wrists of royalty, political leaders, and fashion legends: Jacqueline Kennedy, Princess Diana, Andy Warhol, many others. These watches aren't built for exploration. They're built to make a statement of elegance. So put simply, Rolex design is function-driven prestige. Cartier design is timeless elegance with artistic flair. Number 3. Movements and craftsmanship. Now let's dig into what's under the dial. Rolex is all about in-house watchmaking. Almost every modern Rolex houses an in-house caliber, COC certified, precise, and robust. They're not flashy movements, but they're reliable, easy to service, and engineered to last generations. Collectors respect Rolex for building everything in-house. Cartier is a bit more varied. At the high end, the fine watchmaking line, you'll find impressive in-house movements with complications. But in the mainstream models, many still use outsourced calibers from ETA or Sellita. There's nothing wrong with that. These movements are proven and reliable, but they don't carry the same prestige among serious collectors. This difference matters for value retention. Watch buyers often pay a premium for in-house craftsmanship, and Rolex has mastered that consistency. Cartier is catching up, but for most buyers, their strength remains design, not mechanical dominance. Number 4. Popularity and demand. Now let's talk about the market. Rolex is a phenomenon. Authorized dealers worldwide have wait lists, and the most popular models, the Submariner, Daytona, GMT Master 2, are almost impossible to buy at retail. On the secondary market, many Rolex models sell for equal to or more than retail. Rolex has essentially created a global currency with its watches. Cartier, meanwhile, has steady popularity, but not the same frenzy. Classics like the Tank and Santos always sell well, and they've got huge cultural influence. But you don't hear about people waiting years for a Cartier or resale prices skyrocketing. They're easier to buy, and while respected, they don't generate the same hype-driven demand. So when it comes to sheer demand, Rolex dominates. Number 5. Value retention. Here's the part most people care about. Which brand actually holds value better? Rolex takes the crown here. Many Rolex models keep their retail value, and some, like the stainless steel Daytona or certain vintage Submariners, can trade for double or triple their original price. Rolex has built such a strong reputation that people see it as a safe investment. Cartier, not so much. Most Cartier watches lose 20 to 40% of their value once they leave the boutique. There are exceptions, rare vintage tanks, special editions, or watches linked to famous figures, but on average, Cartier doesn't perform anywhere near Rolex on the resale market. So if your priority is investment security, Rolex is the safer option. Number 6, the emotional side. But let's not forget, watches are more than just numbers. They're also about personal expression. Cartier offers a kind of emotional pull that Rolex doesn't. A Cartier Tank signals that you value art, design, and quiet sophistication. It's stylish, it's elegant, and it's tied deeply to fashion and history. For many, Cartier is less about investment and more about love for design. Rolex, meanwhile, is universally recognized. It's a mark of success, a status symbol, and a rugged timepiece rolled into one. It can fit in anywhere, from a business meeting to a dive trip. With Rolex, you get versatility plus prestige. So emotionally, it comes down to what resonates more, the artistry of Cartier or the universal recognition of Rolex. Final verdict. So, Rolex versus Cartier, which one really holds its value? If you're looking purely at resale and investment potential, Rolex is the clear winner. Its demand, in-house craftsmanship, and market performance make it one of the safest bets in luxury watches. But that doesn't mean Cartier doesn't deserve your attention. If your heart leans toward design, elegance, and heritage, Cartier delivers in a way Rolex never could. A Cartier Tank or Santos might not make you money, but it will give you timeless style that transcends trends. So, here's the takeaway. Buy Rolex if you want value retention, buy Cartier if you want design and soul. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Rolex versus Cartier, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into luxury watches, and drop a comment below. Would you go Rolex, or does Cartier's elegance win for you? Until next time, keep your watches ticking and your style sharp.